Hawk Fanatic, brought to you by Deary Brothers Ford, Patrick Eads and his staff on Mormon Trek, Steve Anderson, Hawkeye Title and Settlement, Mike's E-Keys for Cars, GT Car and his crew at Supple's Building and Remodeling, Supple's Flowers, home of 1-800-800-ROSE, the Midtown Family Restaurants, Harty and Stocker Jewelers, 101 South Dubuque Street, downtown Iowa City, Premier Automotive, the Ox Yoke Inn in the Amanas, Streets Maintenance, Wild Rose Casino in Clinton, Dirk Sterner Taxidermy, and Dr. Lance Forbes, Diamond Dental in Cedar Rapids. Here's Tom Suter and Pat Harty from HawkFanatic.com.
I can go a little after 10. I can go till about 10, 15. It doesn't start till around 11 over there. I just want enough time.
What is it? What is
it? They're making 4 football players. I think Castro, Taylor, 4 players available. Then Phil Parker's talking for 15 minutes. Then we're going to have Kirk for like 15 minutes over at the football complex. Yeah. Just kind of a preparing for the bowl game type stuff. Maybe Kirk will tell us who's going to be the coordinator.
I'm sure that'll happen.
I doubt that'll be the case. But sooner or later he's going to tell us. I mean, we'll know at some point.
Yeah?
Yeah, well.
It'll be interesting if he asks.
Some speculation he's going to announce this is it.
I don't think that's. And plus, he wouldn't announce it on a Monday press conference.
No.
But
and I don't think he'd announce it before the game.
And he may never announce it until he announces it. I mean, if it happens, no. I like I said, I'm leaning more towards he's coming back now. I go back and forth. It just kind of. But I wouldn't rule out anything at this stage. I would rule out nothing. I have heard that it sounds like Boudmeyer might be the play caller for the bowl game. I'm sure that's probably all over the message boards. I've heard a lot of speculation about that.
See that.
I can't confirm that, though. I'm just saying what I've heard and what other people told me that they've been told. And my guess is they've been told either by message boards or Twitter or, that's just, but, and I've been told that Brian hasn't been in the building that much since the end of the season, and maybe Kirk can address that. We'll see, because it'll probably be asked. So
probably.
I appreciate making people available. And Phil, this is Phil's first chance to talk to us since he won the Broyles Award, and so that's good to have him available. So yeah, never complain about accessibility.
No.
I'm glad that they're way more accessible now than they were 15, 20, 25. No knock on Hayden, but the players weren't that accessible under Hayden.
So we can imagine that Castro will be asked if he's returning or not.
And he'll say the same thing he said when he was asked 2 weeks ago and 3 weeks ago and 4 weeks. It's something I got to consider. And maybe he's made his mind up by now and he'll say something. But yeah, I'm sure he'll be asked that question. And Tory Taylor will be asked about the new punter. Assuming I'm going to find out. I'll look up.
What's his name? Reese. What's his last name?
Reese Dakin, I think. RHYS, or
yeah.
I think that's how you pronounce it. Reese.
It is. Yeah.
It's RHYS.
Yeah,
that's Reese.
Yeah.
And Dakin or Dakin, the last name.
Dakin.
He's from Millbourne. Yeah, I've been told both. We don't know. We're just guessing.
I'm just a group Dakin.
Donnie Dakin.
Oh, Dokkein.
Yeah.
Good old Donnie Dakin.
It's either Dakin or Dakin, I assume. But I'll tell you what, I'll give the kid credit because he's going to be under pressure. He's got a high bar to live up to. He's from Millbourne, all street. Do you think he's going to be compared to Tory Taylor at all while he's here? I'll give him credit. Hey, UPS just notified that I have a package being delivered to me.
Hey, congratulations.
But then they never come. Is this just spam stuff? I get these all the time from
Why
UPS.
do you have to sign something or?
But they don't leave anything at the door. You have. Let me see. We'll see. Like I said, the last thing I've had left at the door was a nice gift package, Christmas gift package from Wild Rose Casino in Jefferson. A lot of good treats.
Yum.
Yeah, no, it had. I've probably eaten too much of it. But here, let me see. I'm going to find the email that tells me.
'Tis the season. Too much of everything, pretty much.
Yeah, it is. I'm trying to be careful. But it's not easy.
I've been pretty good.
I haven't been, hand over fist eating sweets and stuff. But
we don't really have. I took home the ox yoke chocolate pie, and Jan's had some of it, but we got a lot left. I haven't had it. I'm not a chocolate pie guy.
I'm not either.
Ooh, I love chocolate pie.
And the ox yolk there, coconut cream pie is
That's-
absolutely
I love
heavenly.
I love coconut.
Yeah.
Hell, Hy-Vee slices of coconut cream pie are good.
Yeah.
I love coconut cream
no
pie.
doubt.
Okay, let's see. We have interviews at 11. Sebastian Castro, Cooper DeJean, Jay Higgins, and Torrey Taylor. So the All-Americans for them.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
The All-Americans.
Hello.
As far as the season of excess, there is no try. There is only do. I have nothing.
Okay.
There is no what?
There's no such thing as try, just do.
Oh, okay. Then poo. Well, if you do all that stuff, then you're going to do. That's how it works.
It is how it works.
Okay.
As the great writer Taro Gomi once said, all living things eat, so everyone poops.
Yeah, players 11, then at 11:30, National Assistant Coach of the Year Phil Parker, indoor practice facility, and then Kirk at 11:45, indoor practice facility. So we're going to be doing a little maneuvering.
Cool.
Get them at one part of the football facility, and then the other part.
That's cool.
So no, I appreciate them making them available. And then let's see, the men play what on when's the next
Wednesday.
It's Wednesday against Maryland, Baltimore County.
Yes.
I believe Dallas is covering that. And I actually just hired a stringer for the Iowa women's Rutgers game. Everett, the gentleman who had the medical, he's back and he's doing great. He's going to cover the women's game for me. And
He doesn't think you're a jinx on his health.
No, he does not. No, I mean, actually that episode saved his life.
Yeah.
It sounds like. I mean, he's lucky he got through it, and then they did surgery, and his arteries are probably better than mine because at least he found out about it, and still had a chance to live through it. Luckily, due to some heroic efforts by fellow media members, Ralph Russo. The AP guy was the guy who actually got down there and saved his life. I mean, that was
an amazing story.
Amazing story. It sure is. But he reached out to me this morning. And I'm like, sure, yeah. So, because Rutgers is going to be a sellout. There's going to be a packed crowd there to see Caitlin. And the showcase thing in Des Moines. I mean, to me, if you're going to make it work after Caitlin Clark, you better get better opponents. That's all. You better play. Why not play Drake? I mean, why? I know I'm biased because I'm a Drake graduate, and I know that Iowa State's doing it too. But I just don't understand why they. I do understand. I mean, I think a big part of it was you and I and Drake were just getting to be a little bit too competitive and too good. Fran was pissed about what happened up at you and I. He didn't like some of the stuff, and you can't just blame Fran and Iowa because Iowa State's doing the same thing.
Yeah.
But it gives the appearance that they're dodging Drake and you and I, and it really gives that appearance now because Drake men are really good. Iowa would have trouble beating Drake.
Indeed.
I'd probably pick Drake, especially there. On a neutral court, I think it would be a great game. But, man, nothing against North or Florida A&M, but, God, they were terrible.
They were awful.
They were just awful.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Well, that's one thing I don't understand is why the women get to play Drake, you and I, and Iowa State, and the men only play Iowa State.
Because they don't want to play. They don't want to. Neither school.
They don't want to?
No. They don't want to.
Iowa State doesn't do it either.
Yeah, so you can't just blame Iowa. They just don't want to do it. I just think they don't. They use the excuse that there's not enough spots on the schedule. That's ridiculous. I mean,
and we play all those Southern teams that you never heard of.
Well, those are wins. Those are guaranteed. Those are just wins.
Yes.
Every school does that too. Every school schedules wins. I'm not criticizing Iowa because they're no different, but it's just I just think there'd be a great Iowa Drake would be that place would be rocking.
Because that was not rocking against Florida A&M.
No.
I liked it when the men and the women played Iowa State and
I loved
Drake
it.
And
there was a long stretch where Drake wasn't very good, and Iowa usually had its way, and it was okay then. Mm-hmm. But when Drake started to get good under Dr. Tom, and then you and I under Jay has been good, and it just doesn't make sense to me.
They just decided they didn't want to mess.
That's just one area where I'm going to have to disagree with Fran and Iowa State. I just don't think this is the right way. I think they should be playing Drake.
Do you think that game on Saturday gave the Iowa men any boost, or was this? I mean, it was a blowout from the beginning.
They would have been better off scrimmaging their second team. Florida A&M was worse than I even thought they were going to be, and I didn't have any expectations.
No,
well, and then they played
horrible.
Iowa State and didn't do any better.
Well, because they're not a good team. They're just up here earning paychecks.
Oh, what was the Iowa State score? That was yesterday, right?
Yeah. I don't know what the score was.
98-56, I think it was.
Okay,
So about the same.
About the same. Yeah. No, it was Ivan at 2 minutes into that game. Wow, this team's going to have trouble just scoring. They were bad.
Yes, they were.
And then this week we have
Maryland, Baltimore
when
County.
the women. One of the teams plays Thursday and one team plays Wednesday.
Men on Wednesday, women on Thursday. Is that it?
Yes. Yeah. Now it says 5 p.m. on Thursday. Is that right?
Who do the women play?
Loyola of Chicago.
Do we know anything?
Can that possibly be right? I don't know anything about it.
Could be. That's what I saw.
That's what it says on there. That does seem like a weird. Is it here? Is it here?
I imagine
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, it's here.
Have fun parking at that game. I mean, where are they going to park? For those who get.
I'm going to park at Yackerman's.
Well, yeah, but where's the normal people that want to get there at like 4:15 or 4? Where are they going to park?
I don't know.
Well, that's right, because you still have all the workers
That's
there.
right.
And construction. There's one less parking lot.
So why schedule it at 5?
I don't know.
Because somebody didn't have a brain.
And or that I guess that if it says it on Karn's thing, and
It says it on Hawkeye Sports.
it's probably the
Yeah,
it's
that's
probably
what it
part of a
said.
TV
When I
doubleheader.
looked at it, I thought,
There you go.
is this a mistake?
I'm sure it's probably part of a TV doubleheader.
Because it's
It's TV related, I'm
It's
sure.
probably, that's true.
But man, that
5
is going to
o'clock.
be a cluster over there, like between 4 and 5. Imagine the drive. Because remember, the bubble's down. That parking lot's gone. That's nowhere to be. That's not available anymore.
No, that's
so,
going to be a cluster.
yeah.
Yeah.
So what time are you going to get there then? Early.
And then you lost parking places due to the construction of the wrestling building, too.
Well, I imagine Bill will have some places, but
You didn't lose a lot of parking on that though, Karn, because that was mostly just that wooded area where they built. You lost a little bit, but not much. But the thing down there by the bubble, that's significant.
Yeah, that's true. And what did you think of Keegan Murray during
That
the
was
weekend?
incredible.
47 points.
47.
It was incredible. My question to the defense is: are you going to ever guard him? Did you see a lot of those he made?
did.
He was just wide open.
Yeah, he was wide open.
But no, that was great. And I mean, you had Keegan Murray do that. Sam Laporta catches 3 touchdowns, and Caitlin gets 38 and 9 on this, all on the same day.
That's just astounding, isn't it?
Yeah, it was quite a day for Hawkeye sports and former Hawks.
Okay, guys, well, have a good day and don't blow away.
All right.
Thanks, Karen.
Okay, bye.
So what's the wind chill? Because it felt really cold walking Wapsie.
Well, the temperature's 26.
26. The wind chill is 12.
Yeah, I believe it.
Could be a lot worse, though, guys. I'll
Oh,
take
yeah.
this any
Yeah.
day on December 18th. What's it
You
going to
bet.
get up to today? Mid-30s?
30.
Okay, but still, I mean, this is with no snow. We're on the 8. We're almost.
Well, then tomorrow 37, then upper 40s for Wednesday and Thursday, low 50s to mid 50s this weekend.
So you'll have your air on by this weekend, won't you?
Oh yeah.
So
Yeah.
Christmas will be in mid-50s? So mid-50s
See,
for
I don't
Christmas.
really like that. I'd like, you know what I'd like for Christmas? I'd like about 2 inches of snow, temperature about 30, and have everything be snow. And then on the 26th, it gets up to 60 and all the snow's gone. I
you
like
go.
snow on Christmas Day. Don't you guys? I'd prefer to have snow on
Yeah,
Christmas Day.
I guess.
It just is more Christmas.
I guess. I don't care.
Do you ever?
Really?
Do you ever?
It's gonna rain and 52 Sunday. They don't go to Christmas Day on.
Do you ever roast chestnuts on an open fire? Have you ever done that?
No,
God,
but
those-
John Lundell did at Winterfest
Yeah.
a number of years, and they're terrible.
Oh, they're just crap. You might as well just be chewing on your kitchen cabinets.
Oh, my
Like
God,
Yule
that
Gibbons?
was just terrible.
Yule Gibbons wouldn't even eat chestnuts on an open fire.
It's
So
terrible.
why did they make it into that? Why is that part of that
I
Christmas
don't
hymn?
know. Why do you have a partridge in a pear tree? I don't know. It just.
Is it hungry? Maybe it's want to eat the pears.
I don't.
I'm not
All
a
I
pear-
know
I don't
is
like
he
pears.
roasted those chestnuts, and honestly, it's just like tasting
they were-
eating wood.
So did you tell him that? The guy goes.
Oh,
to,
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said this is
he
crap.
goes to the trouble of making this stuff for you, and then you just rip him.
No, he didn't like them.
Oh, he didn't like. He ripped himself.
I did, what?
No, he didn't like them.
Didn't he like him?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Well, he never told me. He
How
just-
could you?
But you guys told him that they were crap.
Yeah, they're crap. Telling him right now again.
If he's listening.
Yeah, you're crap.
Not your fault, John.
I think it is his fault. He pushed those chestnuts on us.
Okay, I gotta. We can
And
dis-
how many years did he do it?
A number. I don't
Yeah.
know.
we'll discuss it on the air. We got to figure it. Are we going to have? We need to probably have Don on what either Wednesday or Friday, or I don't want it to get too close to Christmas, but then there's not a lot of window between Christmas and the game. So what are you guys thinking for maybe this Friday? Is that too close to Christmas, do you think? I mean, because Christmas is Monday, right?
Yeah. Christmas is Monday. Well, why don't you check with him?
I'll check with him and
see what days works best for him.
Say Wednesday would be the 27th. Maybe that, and then Friday would be the 29th. So Friday would be 3 days before the game, right?
Yeah. No, Wednesday would be good.
Wednesday or Friday. I'll shoot for one of those. I think Wednesday, but I think Friday might even be better because we may have a little information coming out of Florida by then. Because there may have been at least, because I don't think the first press conference is even until the 28th or 29th down there. So, okay, I just don't want, if it's too close to Christmas, I don't want to.
And also, following the wonderful broadcast, the police reports.
The year-ender?
The year-ender.
You guys still battling?
Huh?
You still battling for your freedom of speech?
Yeah, well, I think the battle's over.
Uh-oh, I sense defeat in that voice.
It's because there's
defeat and deflation.
Defeat and deflation.
Is that what I'm sensing?
Yes.
So the police are stomping on your rights? Is that what you're saying?
So freedom of information is stopped.
Well, I haven't heard from the lawyers. They haven't returned my call. They said they were going to work on it. I don't see anything.
So
I'm assuming
police 1, KCJJ 0.
Yeah.
Is that where we are right now?
Right now.
But you're not done yet. You're going to figure out a way to...
I'm going to figure out a way to forget about the whole damn thing.
Because I still hear you guys doing reports.
Yeah, well, we're still getting... I mean,
there's just not as much urine and...
Yeah, we need more...
You don't have your liquids. You're lacking liquids.
We need a little liquids.
You're lacking liquids.
Every minute.
Yeah.
The DNA. We're missing DNA.
DNA. You're missing DNA. You're not getting the full account.
No.
Get stuff from Washington County.
Yeah.
But who cares about Washington County? This is Johnson County.
We got, yeah.
What are you looking at, Captain? What are you looking for?
I'm just looking. So anyway, yeah, we'll have the police reports, and we do have, that stuff that before they stepped in.
Stuff before they stepped in.
Your buddy, your pal, your fellow.
My buddy. Oh, my
paper boy.
My fellow press citizen employee from 10 years ago.
Yeah. You're close.
Hell, I've been gone from there almost 9 years. God, now look at
crazy?
it. Now there's not even a. So when I moved up here, they had just moved from that downtown building, which was kind of neat because it was an old, out to that big thing out on. Yep. I'm like, look at this thing. This is great. Now they're remote.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the Johnson County School District building now, isn't it?
Yeah. I
mean, you used to walk into that thing. You'd walk into that front door. There'd be three.
It was a beehive.
It was, and there was the three ladies there that were doing classifieds. It was.
I mean, God, yeah.
And then there was a secretary right there. I mean, it was just always alive and active, and now it's remote.
It's sad.
An absolute beehive. It is sad.
I mean, yeah, to not have a free.
Well, because it's not just here; it's happening in a lot of different places.
I know, but it's just freaking sad. And you got a county here of 161,000, and you got two people that have to send it to Des Moines, so it's already late.
Well, even Des Moines, the Register used to have that building down there on 7th and Locust. Now they're like two floors of a building. That's the Register. It's just crazy.
And it's not good.
No, it's just crazy. But it's not ever coming back.
No.
It's never coming back to where it was because there's no money model for it.
No, there's no money model for it. They got it online, and there's nothing online either. I mean, most of the press citizen stuff that's online is the national USA Today crap.
And things have just changed. Tom and I were talking like Wednesday's the first early day for signing day. Remember how much excitement used to build? Like when I worked at the press citizen, we did so much on signing day. We used to have this graphic guy who had a map of the United States, and he'd do these we'd have the player, then it would have an arrow to the part of the country where he lived in. People loved that stuff. We'd write 2 or 3 stories on signing day because we hadn't been tweeting about every time these recruits eat dinner or go on a camp. Now there's so much written about them every day throughout the year to where signing day is just nothing.
Well, even, 10 years ago, we had a special. Do you remember that we did with Rob?
Yeah.
And we had a show specially.
I mean, we
for
could still
signing
do
day.
that, but none of the stuff would be original. We'd be sitting here recapping stuff that people have been reading about on the internet for every day. Because anytime something happens to a commitment, there's 8 stories about it. Hey, so-and-so just got moved up from a 3-star to a 4-star. Breaking news, and 8 people write about it. I mean, that's just the world we live in now. So our signing day just isn't really anything anymore.
No,
well, when Reed's, committed, 3 of the biggies said that you heard it here first.
No, he announced it. The kid announced
I
it.
understand that.
Just
I'm
like
saying.
most of the commitments now are the kids announcing it on social media. Then all the recruiting people try to take what he did and put the spotlight on them. They each try to outdo each other. Hey, look what we have. We got this, and that's just the way it is. It's whatever.
Yeah, heard it here first.
Yeah, no, you heard it on social media first from the kid tweeting it. Because like Tom said, I hadn't heard anything about the kid's name.
No.
I knew that I'd been told in the summer that they had identified their punter, late summer. And I remember asking the recruiter, who is, well, we don't know yet. And
I mean, we knew just too by them not recruiting that kid from the small town in Iowa who was who ended up signing with Georgia, and I can't remember his name, Drew Miller, I think.
And he may have ended up going to Georgia anyway.
Well, true.
Yeah, I mean it is Georgia, so who knows? But yeah, they had their guy. So and hey, they've had 2 punters from Australia. Sleep Dalton wasn't Tory Taylor, but he was pretty good.
He was good.
So I have no problem with them doing this. You hope the 3rd time's a charm too. And
Sleep Dalton, what a name!
a lot of pressure though for this kid to have to succeed Tory Taylor.
By the way, the driver that hit the presidential motorcade last evening was drunk.
That's what I figured.
And trying to text.
Yeah, that's what I figured.
Seriously. Well, yeah.
I mean,
I'm guessing he's in a little trouble.
Yeah.
Well, he's going to get an OWI, and but he wasn't out to get.
No.
It wasn't some crazy MAGA guy out to get the president.
No, not at all. He was drunk and trying to text. Jesus.
Think about that, though. How dangerous that is.
Yeah.
There was this one I meant to tell you guys this about it 2 weeks ago. There was a lady in front of me, and she would not go when the light turned green. And was she
texting?
She was texting, and I pulled up next to her, and she basically told me that. She goes, I had to finish a text before I could drive again. And I'm like, lady, you're on the road. You shouldn't be texting. Then she said, I'm not moving. That's why I didn't go. I'm like, yes, but you're hindering traffic. The light turned green. She was trying to justify what she was.
I know. It's just
that her text is more important than
everybody
behind her.
She was justifying it by saying she wasn't moving. It was, where you go into like Panera and when you take the little turn out there and you can either take a left onto Kirkwood, a right onto Kirkwood, or you can go straight and go on Mall Road there.
Yeah.
She was there and she just wouldn't go. So finally I went around her, got in the left turning lane and went ahead and I rolled down. I'm like, what are you doing? And she basically said, I'm texting, but it's against the law to move while you're texting. And I just was blown away by that.
Oh, I can see why. Jesus. That would have really pissed
me off. But there's lots of times, though, we're all behind a car at a red light. When it turns green, they don't go right away, and you think it's because they're texting.
I know, and it's freaking dangerous.
It's and annoying. Yeah, no, it is dangerous.
Annoying.
Yeah.
It is dangerous. I mean, nobody's life is that important to where, I bet if I don't get this text in the next minute and a half, then world peace is going to end. Yeah. But no, that one was funny and frustrating at the time. Oh, and I haven't looked. Is Marcos open yet? The grilled Marcos cheese thing?
No.
So, how's that December date, launching date looking?
They're looking at
first of the year, aren't they?
2028, I heard.
You guys told me December the first time.
You heard it here first,
2028. So,
well, I think Walker got it. They're going to have a schedule with us coming up here in the next couple weeks.
It's damn good food.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I had it a while back, the one over in Coralville. Yeah. No, like I said, I'll go there once it opens. You guys told me it was going to be December.
Well, that's what we understood.
We just didn't tell you what year.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So it'll be nice to get another place over here.
Yeah. No, and it is good.
It is. Yeah. I like it.
So, no, it's just, I don't know, it's something with the building.
No, they
No,
event.
Event. Yeah.
They haven't been able to get event. That's what they told me at the other one, and that's what you guys actually said.
They got to vent the building, but I don't know. There's so much. Well, the problem is there's so much construction, and they're building houses and crap. Then it might be hard to get the parts.
I just find it amazing, though, that we can land on a comet, but we can't get a vent to it. I mean,
Can't get a vent in a restaurant. It's bizarre.
It is, yeah.
That is.
But I don't know. Maybe they have to rearrange the building, or
maybe it's such a specialized part that only one manufacturer makes them, and they don't. I don't know.
Okay, well, they've had 14 months.
I know.
Well, I don't understand why
For 12
Donut
months.
Land's just got like a little banner up. Why haven't they got a Donut Land sign?
Because Donut Land's right there, right?
Yeah. Yeah, why not have the sign instead of a banner?
Yeah, they don't want to spend money.
So you actually are in that little
Donut Land.
in that little strip mall now. So you're going to have Marco's Grilled Cheese, Donut
Yeah.
Land, Two Dogs,
Wings thing.
Wings Thing, and the mean owner from Taste of China, the mean guy. We call him the mean.
Listen,
We call him the mean guy.
I went in there the last
Was he
time I
nice
was
to you?
in there. He was super
Never
nice
been nice
and
to me.
smiling.
Never been nice to me, and he shooed me away one time.
He,
But I enjoyed it when he shooed me away because I knew I was annoying him by trying to make him have a conversation. And he gave me one of these, and I just got a kick out of that.
he's always been okay with me. But the last time I was there, he was smiling. They were laughing.
We call him the mean guy.
He's not a mean guy.
And I haven't been there lately, but I've gone there enough to where I have a right to take a shot.
I
at it.
always, when I go there, it's usually, it's a last minute thing, and they got egg foo young, and I like egg foo young.
And they give you a good portion.
Oh, yeah.
I'll give them that. They do give you a good
But
portion of food.
He was smiling.
I've never seen him smile.
I never did either before that.
But then, of course, then you got Jimmy Jack's over there. There's actually a decent amount of food
Yeah.
places. And then Panera, and then Lindo, with all in that little stretch there. There's a
Mexico Lindo's good.
Mexico Lindo. Yeah,
Don't let Panera push that lemonade, that spiked lemonade on you. It's killing people.
spiked lemonade.
They got a spiked lemonade.
They got a bunch of different drinks.
Well,
like that.
this one's killing people.
How?
Too much caffeine, and if they got any heart problems whatsoever, they're going down,
But
and they won't pull it.
Isn't that one of the criticisms of energy drinks?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a
Yep.
supercharged energy.
I've never had an energy drink.
It's a supercharged energy drink, and Panera was supposed to be healthy and all this
Yeah.
crap. They've had 2 people so far die drinking that stuff, and they're getting sued. And they should.
The only time I've had drank an energy drink was at a Michigan tailgate in Ann Arbor after driving all night. We were exhausted, and had Red Bull and vodka. A friend of mine had them, and I was just instantly, absolutely energized.
Yeah, see,
It was like I had 12 hours of sleep.
I never had Red Bull. But then did you fall hard, though, once it started to wear off?
Not really.
Really? But, yeah, I've never had Red Bull or anything. I'm just...
Well, it wasn't kind of Tommy. He
No?
was drinking energy drinks.
With booze? Mixing it with booze?
I think.
That's probably not
I'm
good.
not sure.
That's probably not good for your kidneys
Energy
or your
drinks
liver.
aren't good for you anyway. They're just not good.
Hell, what is good for you besides water? And there was a while where weren't they saying water was
you
bad
can
for
drown
you?
yourself.
What's that?
You can drown yourself.
Well, if you drink enough water, yeah, you can.
Yeah, well, who wants
But
to do
a
that?
regular pop, of course, is filled with sugar and calories. Diet pop's filled with sweeteners that are going to kill you.
Well, if they were going to kill me, then why did I get over cancer twice?
Well, and I've had 2 doctors tell me if you insist on drinking pop, drink diet pop over regular pop.
Yeah.
I think common sense the artificial sweeteners aren't great, but it's better than pumping a bunch of sugar in your system.
Yeah.
So I'm on. This is diet pop right here. I mistakenly drank a little bit of regular pop a while ago. It tasted like pancakes.
Yeah.
It was so thick, and I'm like, oh. So I'm beyond that now. Whereas it used to be, that was my reaction to diet pop. It has that aftertaste. I don't taste the
I
aftertaste.
had an
anymore.
argument with the waitress because she brought me, I said, diet? Brought me, I know, sugar. I said, this isn't diet.
Oh, you
Yes,
can tell right away.
Yes, it is. I said, no, it isn't.
Because sometimes they may hook up the pumps wrong, and
Well, it wasn't diet.
you can tell, yeah. And there's a big difference. I mean, like I said, one of those 20-ounce Mountain Dews, 290 calories. A diet one has 10.
Said she's going to kick my ass.
Did she? A lot of people are saying that. All right, back to the Hawks.
Back. A lot of
But no, the thing on Saturday, I had some people that were there, and they said even during the Caitlin game, it was just not a ton of energy once they got way ahead. Said it was a neat event, but they just wished it would have been a better opponent, and that team would have made a better run with their best player. But Iowa, it was still, it just needed to be better opponents. And I did see one of the TV stations down there interviewed Beth Getz, and she said their intention is to keep this thing going. And I think that's great. But like I said.
Get better opponents.
You got to get better opponents because you're not going to have Caitlin Clark forever. She was the draw to that thing. And you got to get better opponents.
Yeah.
I mean, that's to me something where you should play a Creighton at something like this. Or, I mean, if DePaul was better, but DePaul's terrible. Get someone like Notre Dame to come in or something.
Yeah.
If you just work at it, get it good. Or, better yet, why not just get the 4 in-state schools to play a 2-day tournament?
Well, see, that's what I always thought that should be.
Yeah, and you can have Iowa and Iowa State not face each other in the first round, and I mean like this year,
change them around.
But switch them around. But this year, if Iowa and Iowa State didn't play each other in the first, they may not both get to the championship. Drake might be the best team in the state this year.
They might be.
They might be, and so. But it'd be nice to know, and I think that place would be rocking. The Big Four Classic thing. What I didn't like about that is it was needed to be a 2-day tournament.
Yes.
Make it worth something.
And it builds some excitement.
Yes, and don't be afraid to have Iowa and Iowa State maybe play each other twice in a season. Who cares if they do? I mean, you keep your scheduled game, but yeah, I like the use of Wells Fargo Arena. It's a great facility. Des Moines perfectly located for the entire state since it's literally right smack in the middle. But that game against Florida A&M, it was tough to watch. I mean, Susan was down there covering it for us, and I wrote something from TV, but it was just a tough game. I got distracted because at some point I just wanted it to end, didn't you?
It just wasn't very exciting.
No. And it's not really Iowa's fault. They did their job. They destroyed a vastly inferior team.
They did what they were supposed to do.
Yeah. But it just never had any real excitement to it.
And Lisa's team did what they were expecting.
Yeah, it was unfortunate that team was missing its best player because that team did play hard for a while. They were competitive for about a half. And that girl was averaging, almost 21 points a game?
Yeah.
She was the player that's a significant loss for them. I didn't realize their head coach was from the state of Iowa. That's probably part of the reason they picked Cleveland State, I give them credit for doing this. I just wish they'd have better opponents.
Yeah. If Beth is going to see that it continues, they got to get better.
I mean, the old Hawkeye Classics would always have, of course, there's Iowa, and then there would be 2 bad opponents, and then one opponent that could maybe give Iowa a run in the championship game. And there were a couple years, I remember, didn't Arkansas State win that one year?
Yeah.
And so there was a couple years where teams would come in and win, but for the most part, it was a foregone conclusion and what have you. But what do you got, Captain? Chat room update?
Harvester of the chat room during too much water moving on a hot summer day. Had painful, thought he was going to die.
Because of water?
He was drowning, yeah.
He should have drank beer instead, don't you think?
Yeah.
Alcohol.
Yeah,
alcohol can be your friend.
And so the landfill closing in 22 minutes?
Because of the wind?
Big news, yeah.
Is alcohol your friend?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Like I told you what I said to my doctor when she said, so how's the drinking? I mean, it's going quite well. She didn't like that answer.
No.
That's not how it's supposed to work. So is it closing because of the wind?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I guess I didn't know it, but it may not have gusted while I was the 2 seconds I'd been outside.
Well, I walked the dog this morning. It was freaking cold.
It's hitting 26 right now.
Yeah, that's cold. And you said the wind chill makes it what?
26, the wind. It's 26 miles an hour.
And the temperature's 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's...
And wind chill's 10.
I mean, it's, not technically winter yet for another 3 days, but it's winter. But still, this still ain't bad in the big scheme of things.
No.
We could have a foot of snow on the ground.
And we're going to get snow. I mean, we always do.
It's just psychologically, when the sun's out, it just feels different.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be way worse if it was this cold and windy and gray
dark,
skies.
Yeah.
Dark. But there's just something about it when the sun comes out. I can't remember a December where we've had sunny days more than this one.
This has been real mild.
It's been a mild year.
Yeah.
It's been too mild.
Makes you wonder if we're going to pay for it later.
Well, we're going to pay for it if We don't get moisture
Yeah, for sure.
because it's.
Oh yeah, we're way behind. I mean, next
Yeah.
spring, man. I hopefully. I did not pick a good time to plant a new tree in my front yard. I watered it a ton, and my water bill didn't go up that much. But yeah, no. Now we did have we had a decent amount of recent precip. We had kind of a soaking
We're
but
gonna
no,
get rain supposedly Thursday night and Friday.
well, that's when it goes up into the 50s. That
Yeah.
doesn't surprise me. We're going to get rain because when you
Yeah.
have that much fluctuation, that's usually what happens.
and then on Christmas
See, we don't need
Eve,
base. We don't. I can tell you what's going on weather-wise.
We're gonna have rain on Christmas Eve.
See, but I would just wish that was snow.
Yeah, a little bit of snow
Wouldn't
but
hurt.
Gonna be. Yeah, we got Supple's. Teddy got us out a tree. Bogsy brought a tree,
Yeah,
so we got that.
nice.
Yeah, Jan wanted a tree. We got that. My kids at home, so. we got
So
that
good weekend for
tomorrow.
Cap.
It was a good weekend.
Good.
There you go.
Yeah.
What'd you have for dinner last night?
That's a good question. We had
Shouldn't be.
We
Chicken McNuggets.
McRib?
No, we didn't have McRib. I haven't had McRib in like
Man, I'm sorry. I'll make the questions
3
easier.
or 4 days.
I'll dummy down on the questions. I don't.
So
All
you
right.
still don't remember?
Tom, what'd you
I
have?
remember. I don't want
Ziti.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
similar to what? Homemade ziti?
Yes, and it was really good.
I had I don't know if I would call it ziti. I did my home pasta special, which is mushrooms, green pepper, red pepper, onion, Graziano sausage, mozzarella, and Parmesan cheese, bacon in the oven for 25 minutes. Oh, I had half of it last night, and I'll have the other half for lunch and dinner today. There's no
What kind
real
of
name.
pasta was in there.
Shells and rotini. I use different kinds. You wouldn't like it because it's got onions in it.
And I'm not a big mushroom guy. I'd just pick them out.
we had yesterday. We went for brunch at Reunion in Coralville.
They have great brunches.
Great. I mean, seriously.
I've
They
been.
got little baguettes with smoked salmon on them.
Ooh, I bet those are good.
Oh, and the vegetables.
Well, the last time I went there for lunch, I
Prime
got
rib.
their BLT, and it was good.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
The prime rib that it really is an excellent brunch.
See, I tend more towards all the breakfast items when I go there.
Yeah. I don't care for breakfast.
I know. I love breakfast.
But we had, it was super.
Is IRP still open?
No,
Their brunch was.
Their brunch was good.
it was.
It was great.
I know it's blasphemous. I actually prefer reunions. But personally.
Yeah. Well, I'll say it now because they're close.
It's more along the lines of what I like to eat. I mean,
Well, they don't. They had a bigger line and everything at Power Company, but
did Reunion? Do they still have fried chicken?
yeah,
Yeah. See, that to
God,
me
they got
is
They got
great.
I just remember the last
great
time I did
brunch.
IRP, I didn't eat for like 2 days. I mean, I was literally in agony.
Well, I wasn't hungry last night. I mean,
Maybe that's why you can't. What did you have last
I
night?
just
Did you maybe not eat?
I don't think I did. No, it was no. I don't. If I'm not hungry, I'm not going to eat.
Well, I would think a lot of people are that way, aren't they? If
No.
I'm not hungry, I don't eat.
No, people will.
I mean, some people eat out of boredom and stress and anxiety. I get that.
Yeah, or that it's nighttime. I better have supper or something. I don't do that. I have been eating a lot of popcorn because it's good for arthritis.
I
Popcorn
rarely.
is?
Yeah, it's got some thing when you.
If you have butter and salt on it.
Yes.
I rarely eat 3 meals a day. I hardly ever have three
No, I-
square meals a day.
I've been
Rarely.
getting the packaged ones.
Packaged popcorn.
Yeah.
I can't. I couldn't. I mean, do you think a lot of people have their big breakfast at 8:00, lunch at noon, and dinner at 6? I never do that.
Oh, I think a lot of people do.
Yeah,
think a lot of
I'm never hungry enough to eat 3 meals in a day.
Yeah.
And I've got a pretty good
No,
appetite.
I don't eat. I will eat at most 2, and sometimes we just skip dinner or just have like,
yesterday,
just like a leftover from lunch. or
yesterday I had a 6-inch sub from Subway, and then my pasta last night. That was it.
See, I'll have, like in the morning, I'll have a piece of toast.
Yeah, I never do
A
that.
piece of peanut butter toast. Just to,
I will have some peanut butter, if I'm home on the weekend or something.
I mean, technically that counts as a meal, I guess.
And peanut butter is good for arthritis.
Yeah, but I wouldn't say one piece of peanut butter toast is what I would call a breakfast. I mean, it's a little something to get you going.
Yeah, it's good.
I can't remember. I used to have peanut butter toast some as a kid, but that's been 40, 50 years since I've had.
I got up early yesterday. The dog, for some reason, wanted to eat early, so I fed her. And then when Jan gets up before she goes to church, the dog's like going over to its bowl again, which we keep on the counter. So she fed her again.
She ate it again?
And she ate it again. So I don't. What the hell?
Most dogs, if you throw something in the bowl, they're going to eat it.
Yeah.
Now, they're
usually.
different. Lakota used to he would nibble on his. Buddy, the moment I would put that thing, God, he would just scarf it. Then he would start eating Lakotas until I pulled him away. Lakota was really picky. He would eat in sessions. He'd eat. What he also used to do, and drive me nuts when I had carpet, he'd put 5 or 6 pieces in his mouth, walk out into the living room, drop them on the carpet, and then eat them as crumbs were just going all over. He would do that all the time, and I'm like, why can't you just eat them in the bowl like Buddy does? Now I wouldn't care, because that's one of the nice things about having vinyl floor.
Lily is not food motivated per se. I mean,
Lakota really wasn't either. Buddy was.
She wants her bone at 7. She wants her cookies at 7. I swear to God, cookies at 7:30, and her second bone at 8:00 at night. And then
I'll tell you, I don't miss carpet that much.
Yeah.
Now that I have vinyl flooring, but I do still have carpet in my basement, in my 2 bedrooms. But it would have been so much easier with dogs to have had vinyl flooring instead of carpet.
Lily will take her milk bone upstairs and eat it on the carpet, and then as you're walking, to go upstairs, you're stepping
Trip
on
over a bone.
crumbs
And goo and mouth goo and just gross.
She doesn't have mouth goo.
Every dog has mouth goo.
Yeah,
How about that for a
Yeah.
band name?
Mouth goo?
You like that name for a band? Mouth goo?
There might be one.
There very well could be. But no, I just always remembered Lakota used to do little things like that would piss me off. And he would just drop them on the carpet and then start nibbling, and crumbs would be everywhere. All right, back to the Hawks.
Mouth goo.
Back to a break.
So what do you back? Oh, do you want to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine.
We'll take a break and
We'll be right back.
1-800-800-ROSE. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist is the only number you need to know to send flowers anywhere in the country or Canada from anywhere in the country. 1-800-800-ROSE. It's so easy. Just remember one number. 1-800-800-ROSE. Your FTD florist. 1-800-800-ROSE. Remember,
For a gift that your loved one will treasure for a lifetime, find it at our family-owned jewelry store in Iowa City, Harty and Stocker Jewelers.
We can show you diamond engagement rings, colored stones, fashion jewelry, and watches.
Our jewelers are on site so we can design jewelry for that special person in your life.
We are Harty and Stocker, serving Iowa City and the surrounding area for 3 generations.
Harty and Stocker Jewelers, downtown Iowa City, and HartyandStockerJewelers.com. Ask for Willa, Terry, Tim, or Kate. One of us is always there.
Don't wait for an emergency to get a backup for your car keys. Unlike the olden days, car keys have gotten extremely complex. Mike's eKeys for Cars can generate the most technically advanced automotive keys that are on the market today. For spares and lost keys, Mike's eKeys for Cars can produce most conventional transponder, high security, and remote head keys. Mike's eKeys for Cars will keep you on the road. Call 319-330-9185 and schedule an appointment today. Don't wait until it's too late. Call 319-330-9185 today.
Hi, this is Jill Sterner with Sterner Taxidermy in Lone Tree. It's hunting season again, and I'm inviting all of you hunters to follow us on our Facebook page. You can view Dirk's award-winning artistry, his workmanship that he completes with each individual piece. We can be reached at 319-330-1774. Again, 319-330-1774.
Are you tired of living in a home that doesn't quite meet your needs? Then it's time to call the experts at Streets Maintenance. Their team of skilled professionals specializes in renovations and remodeling, transforming your home into the space you've always dreamed of. From kitchen bath remodels to complete home renovations, no job is too big or too small. Streets Maintenance will work with you every step of the way to ensure your vision becomes a reality. So don't wait any longer. Call Streets Maintenance to schedule your consultation at 400-4483. Let's start building your dream home today.
Once upon a time in the land of the Hawkeyes, a business grew. A business that would become synonymous with real estate. Hi, I'm Steve Anderson of Hawkeye Title and Settlement. When you're buying or selling your home, you'll need title and settlement services. Consider the Hawkeye Title and Settlement team. Give us a call at 351-8600. Hawkeye Title and Settlement, the team you love, the people you trust.
It's that wonderful holiday time of the year. Moments of eating too much, spending time with family, in some cases maybe trying to avoid family. However you choose to celebrate, the Diamond Dental team of Dr. Forbes, Kate, Michelle, Michaela, and Kim would like to wish everyone a happy, healthy, and safe holiday. Here's hoping you enjoy every minute of this joyous time of the year. Rest assured, Diamond Dental is here, providing superior care for your entire family during the holiday season and all year long.
The Sanctuary Pub in downtown Iowa City has been a fixture since 1972 and still features a classic menu such as the classic shepherd's pie, handcrafted pizzas, and craft beers and cocktails. The Sanctuary Pub is known for its warm and cozy atmosphere. That's the perfect place to spend time with family and friends while enjoying live music. Support great local food with socially distanced dine-in, carry-out, and delivery through Chomp Delivery. The Sanctuary Pub is located at 405 South Gilbert Street. Full menu options are online at sanctuarypub.com. Come experience the Sanctuary Pub. You won't ever want to leave.
Car won't go into gear? Call Premier. Premier Automotive in North Liberty offers full-service mechanical auto repair, in addition to being Eastern Iowa's most trusted name in auto body repair. Use Premier for all your auto repair needs: brakes, oil changes, air conditioning, diagnostics, transmissions, or preventative maintenance. Whether you hit a deer or your car won't go into gear, see Premier Automotive in North Liberty.
From your friends at the Midtown Family Restaurants comes a sincere holiday wish. May happiness brighten your holidays and remain with you throughout the new year. Warmest season's greetings from the Midtown Family Restaurant.
GT Carr, owner of Supple's Building and Remodeling, has been offering unmatched service and quality for over 25 years. The trained professionals at Supple's Building and Remodeling will install and guarantee the products used in any job, no matter how big or small. They also stand behind their work and offer no-nonsense, exceptional customer service from design to completion and beyond. Whether it's a simple window replacement or a major house addition, you'll have the confidence that Supple's Building and Remodeling is committed to quality. Visit Supples.net or call them today at 319-337-2246.
Been waiting all year long for year-end savings? The wait is over. This is Patrick Eads, owner of Geary Ford in Iowa City. Get a new 2023 Ford F-150 Super Crew XLT up to $6,500 off MSRP plus 1.9% financing. Get a new 2023 Ford Escape up to $3,000 off MSRP plus 0.9 financing. Get a new 2024 Ford Edge up to $4,000 off MSRP plus 0% financing. Hurry in or shop online at GaryFord.com.
Fleetwood Mask, a tribute to the legendary Fleetwood Mac, comes to Wild Rose Casino and Hotel in Clinton on Friday, March 22nd. Fleetwood Mask. Tickets are on sale now at wildroseresorts.com or the Iowa store.
This is indeed Mick Fleetwood. This band does it right. They even look like us.
Tickets make great gifts for the music lover on your list. Friday, March 22nd at Wild Rose Casino and Hotel, Clinton.
84 years of preparation. The wait is over. The Oxyokin's brand new book, Our Recipes, Our Story, is on sale now. 90 pages in full color, 67 recipes, and our unique history for only $24.99. Get yours while they last at the Oxyokin. Available soon by mail order along with our current serving hours at oxyokin.com.
The Oxyokin.
Oxyokin, in the heart of a man.
From the Harty and Stalker Studios, in the heart of the Hawkeye Nation, this is the mighty 1630 KCJJ, Iowa City.
Harty and Stalker Jewelers, making memories, making moments.
Mostly sunny and windy today, especially this morning. We'll get to a high of around 30 this afternoon. The wind will be northwest at 15 to 25, gusting to 35 to 40 this morning. The wind will gradually die down by late this afternoon. Tonight, mostly clear, down to 16. Tomorrow, partly cloudy, 37. By Wednesday, Thursday, it'll be partly cloudy with highs back to the upper 40s to low 50s. Some rain is possible late Thursday into Friday. I'm meteorologist Sean Cable on the mighty 1630 KCJJ. Currently, it's 26.
KCJJ weather, brought to you by Plum Supply.
Plum Supply kitchens and baths. Your home never looks so beautiful.
Landfill closing at 10, so 5 minutes from now.
Hurry. Get out there.
When he said that kind of remind you of when you guys were shutting down as a band? Landfill closing?
When I came here...
Oh, no, you were Landslide.
Yeah,
that's right.
When I came here, somebody... And I did... I mean... We broadcast this band, Landslide, but I didn't put two and two together, and I'm kind of face blind. So, and the guy that Adam told me that you were in Landfill. And
well,
Adam Garst, yeah.
I called it Mudslide for the first year. I always refer to it as Mudslide.
Well, then you looked at me when I said that like, you son of a...
But is there a difference between Mudslide?
That's what he told me.
Is there a difference between a mudslide and a landslide? Isn't a landslide basically mud and dirt shifting?
Well, isn't the landslide more tends to be mountains and stuff, and a mudslide is water? And
see, when I think of a
water-induced.
mudslide, though, I think of stuff falling down from like a vertical horizon, sliding down because of precip. But
you did look at me. Like
either way, it's not a good image. You named yourself after a bad image, after a.
That was the only name that nobody in the band objected to.
But I wasn't there to help you.
You know, and you
what if somebody
would not have been consulted?
And but if I would have been there I would have given you suggestions, and you
landslide
guys would have been
is defined as the movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope.
Mudslide's a movement of mud, and
yeah.
So I guess one's a more solid material.
Yeah. Donates a downward slope of soil and rock.
Rock. We were a rock band.
Yeah.
So there you go.
There you go. You think if you would have named yourself Mudslide, it would have affected your rise and your...
I don't believe that it would have made much difference, but it could have.
Okay. Mudslide. Isn't there a drink called a Mudslide?
Yeah, and it's damn good.
And it's got like a ton of alcohol.
And it's the only alcohol I like.
Because it's got a bunch of chocolate and cream and stuff in there with it. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like a spiked chocolate soda.
Okay, that's what I thought.
And I do like that drink. I haven't had that drink in freaking months.
I will. I did. Last night because who was it that asked me? I was in a conversation. Somebody said, "Hey, if you had to list your top 10 favorite movies, right? Like, because that's the kind of list that for me fluctuates. It can change, but this is what I did last night. Was asked recently to name my 10 favorite movies. Here is my list at this moment in no particular order: Jaws, In the Heat of the Night, Platoon, The Deer Hunter, Apocalypse Now, The Water Horse, It's a Wonderful Life, The Shawshank Redemption, Shane, My Cousin Vinny. Now, I better make sure it's 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep. Those are and then the near misses would be Godfather 1 and 2, Close Encounters of the Third Kind, and Hoosiers. Those would be 4 that have been on my top 10. That was just my given.
Yeah.
There's certain movies like The Water Horse is a new addition to my top 10 because until about 3 years ago I hadn't seen it. But like It's a Wonderful Life, Shane, Jaws, In the Heat of the Night, and The Three Vietnams, those are fixtures in my top 10. And those, but other ones, I mean, I like Godfather 2 more than Godfather 1. If I had to choose one between those two.
They were both awful good.
They were both good, but I just thought, I just enjoyed 2 a little bit. You know, it had all those storylines going and what have you.
Godfather 3 was...
Oh, it was terrible.
No, that wasn't good.
No.
But no, I had some interesting comments. Somebody showed me a list.
I certainly agree with Shawshank as one of my all-time favorites.
How about Shane?
Of
course, somebody's like, "Hey,
my kid after that movie."
Well,
of course, somebody's like, "Hey, do you ever watch any movies that aren't shown on VHS or whatever?" Somebody got their shots in, which is. Somebody asked me my favorite John Candy movie. I said Uncle Buck. Here's one. You missed Departed, Goodfellas, and Wolf of Wall Street. And I said, no, I didn't. Remember, it's my list, not yours. And the guy's like, yeah, you're right. You know, there was some guy wants me to do 10 favorite albums. That would be way much more difficult for me. I mean, there'd be Dark Side of the Moon, boom, that's in there. Wish You Were Here, boom, that's here. Doors' debut album, boom, that's in. Led Zeppelin 2, boom, that's in. But then, man, I would get to 10 and realize I still had about 8 or 9 I want to put in. That would be tough.
I actually did that on Facebook 3 years ago. And it was hard.
Okay, here's one for you. Hawkeye Girl reached out to me. Hawkeye Girl 82. She gave me her 10. Number 1, Caddyshack. Number 2, Jaws. Number 3, Hocus Pocus. Number
Hocus
4,
Pocus is real good.
Number 4, Muppets Christmas Carol. Number 5, While You Were Sleeping.
Jesus.
Number 6, Bull Durham. Number 7, Pretty in Pink. Number 8, Weekend at Bernie's. Number 9, Dirty Dancing. Number 10, Scooby-Doo and the Witch's Ghost.
Well, she's all over the place. Jeez, interesting.
Scooby-Doo.
Now, here's a guy. Do you only watch movies premiered on VHS? I go, no, I only watch good movies, and the best just happen to be from years past, if that's what you're implying. Recent doesn't always mean better, but then he also said recent doesn't always mean worse. No, I get you. I'm trying to think of, like, a movie in the last 10 years. Oh, and Barbie's already on HBO.
Yeah.
I gave it 10 minutes, and I'm like, God, kill me. I mean, I don't get it. It was the stupidest thing I'd ever seen. It was just ridiculously dumb.
It actually.
I know it's doing great. You guys love it.
No, it actually is a decent movie. I was.
Oh, I just thought it was just so stupid.
I was surprised. Yeah,
it was. It was Death Wish 3.
What if it was Saving Private Barbie?
Well, no, because I don't need a porn at this stage of my life. Porn does nothing for me.
Shaving.
I'm beyond porn.
Shaving
that's my life story. Beyond porn.
Shaving Ryan's.
So that was good, but not as good as Source Trump. And that's yours. You found that one. You just went home and found that in your collection, didn't you?
yeah, I got that.
Steve's got his porn collection on Betamax.
Here's one, guys. Let's see. Animal House, Blues Brothers, Remember the Titans, Rudy, 10 Commandments, Top Gun, Elf, Risky Business, Sandlot, Groundhog Day. A lot of people love Sandlot. I saw it. I think it's neat, but it didn't hit me the way some people just think it's maybe the greatest sports movie, if you call it a sports movie. It's not really a sports movie. It's about kids playing baseball in a sandlot. And the nice thing is they bond with the big old lonely dog there that they thought was mean. And I get all that, but it just didn't knock me out.
It was okay.
It was okay. Yeah. It was okay. Yeah. Barbie, though, I'm like, all right, I'm going to give this a chance. And I'm like 10, 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
I mean, this is just.
You can't go in the middle of that movie and have it work.
No.
Well, no, I started at the beginning.
No, because I was watching it and I'm thinking.
And I was thinking.
And then at the end you go, okay.
No, I started at the beginning. And 15 minutes into it, I was thinking of death as an option. You know, it was just, it was ridiculous. Barbie.
Well, I enjoyed it.
I know a lot of people have. It did great. I just didn't understand. There's some things that you guys say you enjoy that I tease you about, and I can still see why you enjoy it. I get it, but this one,
that's because
lost on
you
me.
only watched 10, 15 minutes, and I was.
It's all I could take. I was
the same
crying.
Way. I'm going, where's
I was like, where's
Death Wish going to go?
Yeah, where's it going to go?
I'm like, where's Death Wish 3? Give me something better. Where's Rocky 6? Rocky 5 was on last night, the one where he fights Tommy Morrison in the alley. God, was that...
I would like to see him fight Jim Morrison.
Well, at Rocky's age now, Jim Morrison might put up a fight 50 years in his coffin.
I'd like to see him fight Ken from the Barbie movie.
Yeah, from the Barbie
That'd be
movie.
Good.
Yeah,
you learned a lot about Barbie in that movie.
No, I liked it.
Yeah,
it was really good. I'll take your word for it.
And then Billie Eilish sang.
Billie Eilish sang on Saturday Night Live, and I really liked it. She did really well.
I thought it was a he.
No.
Shows you what I know.
And she got naked on the day she turned 18.
Yeah.
The second she could, she did.
What do you mean? What, and started showing her body on social media?
Yes.
Yeah.
Great body.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah.
And she waited till at least she was legal, so all the people
the very day.
What do you make of that?
I don't know.
That seems a little odd.
Is that a little?
That seems a little odd.
I'm glad she waited, at least.
Yeah. Yeah, because then people who look at it and they could be accused of being pedophiles.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like I said, I'd never heard.
You didn't have to search it out much either.
No.
It was all over social
No, I didn't search it at all.
Is she the one that whispers?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but in this song, she actually sings, and she has a really good voice, I thought.
Well, she sang the Christmas Carol.
Yeah.
She sang for real.
Hey, I actually defended a MAGA person on Twitter the other day. We were in an actor discussion, and of course they were ripping Robert De Niro, and the liberals are coming back with Kevin Sorbo, and but then they were also saying that Jon Voight's a terrible. Jon Voight is not a terrible actor. He might be a Trump worshiper, but he is a great.
No,
he's every bit as good an actor as Robert De Niro.
No, he's a great
Jon
actor.
Voight's a great actor.
Yeah.
He has different political views than me, and for some reason he's obsessed with it. But he is a great actor.
Oh, I agree.
Well,
he's maybe one of my top 10 favorite
Tory
actors.
Taylor, went to the Trump rally.
That's his business.
That's his business.
Who cares?
It is freaking America. And if maybe he's from a different country, maybe he was just interested, or maybe
I wonder if anyone
will
ask him about that today, and he'll handle it fine. I don't care what Tory Taylor's views are politically.
I mean,
he can sure kick a football.
Well, it wasn't like when it was.
Nobody brought him up on stage.
Yeah, it wasn't athletic department sanctioned. He was just there.
Yeah, and that's his right. That's his business.
Yeah.
But no, to say that Jon Voight, just because you don't like him politically, is a terrible actor, that's the problem with this country.
Yeah.
We don't look at things realistically. We look at things just from tribalism, and it's just getting worse. No, I mean, Jon Voight in Deliverance, that's the first movie I ever saw. He was great in that movie.
Cowboy.
Midnight Cowboy.
Great in Midnight
I've been
Cowboy.
told Ray Donovan he's great in. I've never seen it, but I've been told he's great in that. He did some.
Superman.
I mean, his like Anaconda, that was not his better work.
Hey, they all got
Conrack. Have you seen Conrack?
Yeah,
he was incredible.
It was
in
a great
Conrack.
book, too.
Oh, I love the book and the movies. That at one time may have been one of my.
All
top
actors have these crap movies.
They do.
Mean, if you look.
I mean, Robert De Niro's made some horrible movies.
I mean, Nicolas Cage is a great actor, but he's a bad gambler, and he had to make all these movies that are basically the same
Because he was just paying bills.
Yeah.
Oh, he's made 800 million movies.
Oh God, Netflix. You could spend a whole month and not get through all his movies. If you watch one a day, you wouldn't get through all the movies he's made. And some of them are better than others, but nothing like his.
But for the left to say that Voight's bad is ridiculous, and for the right to say that De Niro's bad it's just. But that's the problem, though. That's what these debates are. It's just, and that's why we're just not getting anywhere.
De Niro was good in, and I didn't expect him to be, but he was. It was a sweet movie. It wasn't a great movie. The Intern. Have you seen The Intern?
No.
Wasn't he good in Meet the Fockers with Dustin?
Yeah.
He was hilarious in that part.
That was good.
It was such a different part for him.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the same guy who played in Deer Hunter and played in Heat. No, I mean, that was.
It's hard to put him in Deer Hunter when he's 80.
Yeah, well, he was in Deer Hunter back in. That movie came out almost 50. Deer Hunter came out in 78.
No, Meet the Fockers was good, and the sequel after that was horrible.
I got through about 7 or 8 minutes of it. Seriously,
it was terrible.
Yeah, and I was praying that I'd see the Barbie movie.
Yeah, I never saw the sequel, but I did see.
It's awful.
Was De Niro? He was in that too. Was Dustin Hoffman in it?
And
I can't remember.
Pacino.
It was just a bad movie.
Is such a great actor, and he's been in a load of crap movies.
He has. But he is a great actor. Yeah, he'd be in my top 5 probably.
Yeah.
But De Niro and
Cockroach.
De Niro and Jon Voight would both be in my top 5 of all-time actors.
Nothing better than
Scarface was ridiculous.
Absolutely
that movie
ridiculous.
was just ridiculous. And the further you get away from it, I mean, it was so unreal. I mean, how many bullets did he take there? Were they trying to say that, hey, if you want to survive bullets, take a bunch of cocaine? Was that their message? Because didn't they hit him like...
Oh, he was riddled.
And he was still...
And he's still standing.
Yeah, with that big Gatling gun or whatever. It was just stupid. That came out 50 years ago. Can you believe that? Didn't that come out in 83? I think it did. I think it came out in 1983.
Well, that's 40 years.
Or 40 years, you're right.
And they
right,
show it on
ago.
TV continually.
Yeah, it is on a lot. That's right, 40 years ago.
But even so,
1983.
Your point stands.
Yeah. Now, another movie, Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, has been in my top 10 before. That's one. I keep about 10.
Movie.
You do a top 10, but there's always about 10 other movies that are right there. But yeah, I love Guess Who's Coming to Dinner.
That's an excellent.
And To Sir with Love. I mean,
To Sir with Love was one of my favorites.
Yeah.
That was the last movie I saw before I came to college with my folks.
Yeah.
When I saw that.
Lulu.
Yeah.
What about Lulu?
What about Lulu?
She's still alive?
I think so.
I believe she is.
Let's try to get her on. Get her on talking about the Hawks.
I haven't tried to get anybody on
Since the cow cells deflated you, now you're intimidated by mediocrity. You're thinking, if we can't get the cow cells to even respect us.
Well,
I think Lulu is still alive.
I think she is.
So, but all right. Well, Tom, I'll put you on the spot. Do you think Brian coaches in the bowl game?
Yes.
Do you think Kirk will announce who they hire before the bowl game?
No.
Do you think Kirk returns next season?
Yes.
She's 75. Lulu.
She's your age.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Let's see. What other?
Do you agree with most of my answers so far, or you're not?
Sure?
Sure?
I'm like I said. I'm back to leaning a little bit towards Kirk coming back now. Other people in my line of work were more thinking not. I was kind of starting to buy into what they're saying based on what they're hearing, but I don't know. I just he's obviously searching for a coordinator.
Yeah, and would he do that if he weren't coming back?
I don't think he would.
I don't either.
And I don't think he would act like he's doing it just to throw up a smokescreen. The one about Brian, I'm not so sure. That's the one. Maybe Kirk will come out today and say, "Yeah, Brian's he'll be coaching." I've just been told by several people that he's not going to be calling plays. If he's not going to be calling plays, what's he going to be doing?
Yeah, fair enough.
And you notice obviously they're not going to make Brian today. They're making the Bill Parker available under different circumstances. If Brian hadn't been terminated, my guess is he would have been available today. But
probably.
I can see why Brian Ferentz wouldn't want to talk to the media right now. And if he ends up doing an interview with somebody down the road exclusively, hey, that's fine. I'm not really requesting one. I mean, if Brian Ferentz wants to come on this show and say whatever on his behalf, he's more than welcome to. But I'm not gonna ask and bother him to.
He was going to come on, but then he talked to Susan Cowsill.
And said, "You're better than that.
Yeah,
your offense is better than that." But yeah, I'm starting to think Kirk will come back. But like I said though, but would I be stunned if all of a sudden in February, March we find out he's not? No. I mean, this is just a really unusual, awkward situation.
It is.
And I know I still have pissed people off. They say, "Why are you saying that Brian's feelings matter in this?" All I said, and I repeat myself, is I think Kirk as a father would make him feel better if he can replace Brian with somebody that Brian respects and likes and knows. That's all I'm saying. And maybe I'm completely off base. I might be, but I can't help it. It's my opinion. I just think Kirk doesn't want to hire somebody that is going to be somebody that Brian strongly resents. And maybe I'm wrong. Maybe Kirk hasn't not taken Brian's style. I just think Joe Philbin would be somebody that Brian can be like, Dad, I can live with that, man. I'm proud to have him be my success. That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. And maybe, like I said, maybe I'm wrong, and if I am, then I'm wrong.
Well, time will tell.
Time will tell. Only time will tell. That's you're leaving now, right?
You're leaving now.
God.
That was in the Barbie movie.
I didn't hate that movie. I didn't hate that song.
Oh, God. I hate's probably strong, but when you combine those bands together, I thought it was going to be better than just top 40 nonsense. But they wanted to make money. I get it.
Yes.
They wanted to make money, so they started playing crap music.
Top 40 nonsense.
They had another one. Time Will Tell. What was the other one?
Heat of the Moment.
Heat of the Moment. It was the Heat. Remember they had a little guitars with Steve Howe at the end doing his little riff there at the end there.
Listen, they had to move on.
From Yes?
Yes. Saw that damn concert. I think it was here when the dry ice machine.
And what was it about bands?
And you couldn't see the band for half of the concert.
What was it about bands in the 70s in the dry ice? What was that?
It was just kind of new. It looked really cool with lights. Is the reason.
Okay,
except when it went overboard.
Yeah, and
you couldn't see the band.
And didn't it smell?
No.
Did you do dry ice at any of yours?
We had some.
70s. Bill Bottoms, hair parted down the middle, and dry ice. Everyone, all the boys parted their hair down the middle in the 70s. You'd see them feathering it back with their comb. I couldn't. I had too big of a cowlick. It wouldn't let me.
I couldn't. I did have bell bottoms.
Yeah, I never.
Seems to me we tried the dry ice a couple of times and things didn't work out very well.
You're up there gagging. You can't see your fellow.
Seriously, we're waiting for it to dissipate, and it didn't through half of the concert.
After a while in cramped quarters, that would get a little suffocating, wouldn't it?
You couldn't see them.
I always thought dry ice smelled like cotton candy.
I mean, at the time, I thought, like, Your Move, and, great song, but it doesn't fit today. It just doesn't fit.
No, nobody does dry ice.
That was the first Yes song. Well, that was the first song we ever played on KFMH, and it was the last song on the terrestrial KFMH that we played, and it was the first song on the new KFMH that we played.
Hasn't dry ice kind of been replaced by, like, pyrotechnics? But the problem with this is they're a fire hazard, as that band, what was that, Great White? Found out the hard way. I mean...
Didn't Asia have a third song?
I think they did.
So either Don't Cry or Don't Stop.
Yeah, Don't Cry.
Yeah.
Don't Cry.
Asia.
Yeah.
God. I was all fired. Wasn't that was Yes, King Crimson? Not a huge King Crimson fan. Thought they overrated.
Yeah, they never did anything.
And there was a third band that
there was.
Who was the third band that was part?
God, I just.
They also had The Smile Has Left Your Eyes. I don't remember that at all.
But I loved Yet, like Roundabout, Long Distance Runaround. I loved that. But where Yes started, Owner of a Lonely Heart. I didn't like that crap.
We had that as a break tape in our band.
Yeah, they started losing me, but they made a lot of money off that song. I love though Long Distance Runaround.
Okay, they reunited in 2006.
As in Asia.
Asia featuring John Payne. A continuation of John Payne's career as their frontman from '91 until Wetton's return in 2006. In 2013, they broke up again when Howe retired from the band and was replaced by Sam Colson. After a few years of inactivity, Billy Sherwood of Yes replaced Wetton, who died shortly after. Then the band went on hiatus again, reemerging in 2019 with Ron Bumblefoot Fell.
Yes.
Bumblefoot.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to.
And they're still, they're still touring.
There you go.
So they're down to what then? One original?
They're down to the Y and Yes.
And
that's all that's left.
Yeah, and an electrician that had worked, and now they're.
Well, I'm going to have to end it on this note. I'm gonna take off.
You ask about Asia
to Kirk.
Yeah. Which of the three?
You think Kirk's an Asia fan?
No.
He would have been in his early 30s when Asia came out. No, I'm guessing he's not. I did see last night before I go, they had the Willie Nelson 90th birthday thing on.
Yeah.
The part with him and Snoop was just hilarious. I mean, Snoop can adapt to
marijuana.
Oh God, Snoop was telling people smoke, 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 and people were holding up their reefer. But the song they did when I watched with Snoop was a great song, great guitar riff.
Roll me.
And it was
Roll
funny.
me up when I die.
Because I'm guessing some people out in that Willie Nelson crowd probably aren't the biggest Snoop fans, but he seems to cross over a lot of different lines. But I know he's probably got his haters too.
And then at the end, Keith Richard comes out. I'm going to watch it on Paramount.
was on CBS last night.
Yeah.
Keith Richards is on. I stopped watching when George Strait came out just because I just don't like his music. And the song that they did was way too country for the one with Snoop wasn't playing. He was just sitting on a chair dancing and moving. But it was kind of a folky country song with a good electric guitar beat. And it just had a really good sound to it. So, all right, well, everybody, and
right.
Stay warm, and we'll be back on Wednesday.
Sounds good, man.
All right.
Oh, hawkfanatic.com. Check it out. It's free. Now is the